what's up everyone? It's Jess. Welcome back to another gardening video. Y'all, I know it's been a minute. It's literally been over a month since I've done anything in my garden. So today is going to be a task, y'all. I have just let things go. It's been thunderstorming literally every single day for like 4 weeks straight here. So I haven't done anything in my garden. I've got weeds overgrown. I've got things that need to be cut back and pruned. It's just, y'all, it's stressing me out. So today is going to be a lot of maintenance in the garden, and let me just turn the camera around. Okay, you guys, so y'all, this is stressing me out so much. Can y'all hear the distress in my voice? Like, I don't even know where to start. Let's just start here in the front. Y'all, this is my Hawaiian tea that I had split up. I had bought a pot, I think for like $15. It had 3 plants in it. This is one that I split up of the 3. And it's just not doing what I expected it to do. Like, I wanted it to be that bright, full pink statement piece that it was a couple years ago. I'll insert a picture, and it's just not performing. I don't know what's going on, but probably because of my neglect. My geraniums definitely need to be pruned back. I just haven't even been out here, you guys. I did cut my Super Tunia Bordeaux back maybe like 2 months ago, so this is its second flush, and it definitely needs another trim. This whole planter just needs an overhaul. My creeping Jenny looks crazy as well, so I'm going to overhaul this planter. Then we have some lovely gigantic weeds that have sprouted up that need to be pulled. My hosta, you guys, my hosta has bloomed like crazy this year. The stalks have never been this tall. I do normally leave them because I just love the blooms. They look like little lily blooms to me. So I always let the blooms stay, but now that they're fading out, definitely will be cutting those back. This planter down here, I'm going to leave for now because it's been doing great. My geraniums definitely need some pruning attention there. I also need to come and spray because I have a lot of chewing happening on my leaves, as you can see. Also, my hanging basket planters did get a trim like maybe 2 months ago, so this is the second flush. They are looking quite leggy, so I don't know if I want to cut them back or if I just want to go ahead and repot them with something else. I don't know. We'll see. I'll come back to this. Have a bunch of weeds again that need to be pulled down here, and y'all, I have coleus growing out of my cracks. I have no idea how they got here. I haven't brought any coleus at all on my property this entire year. So yeah, this is very interesting. I did have coleus planted in this planter last year, so maybe some seeds blew and fell in the cracks, and they're just, I don't know, you guys, but I just thought it was super cool that I have coleus this year that I didn't even plant or buy. Ajuga has filled in amazing. If y'all remember, I had cleared out the center to put this planter box here, and it has filled in completely. So full. I love this ground cover, you guys. I have some stems I need to pull back off of my daylily. Still need to plant my banana into a pot for it. These are the kind that are hardy, so it'll be fine over the winter, but I need to get into a real pot. And then here we are. Here's a view of the front. Y'all, this has stressed me out, you guys. I am so over this. My begonias look horrible, you guys. I think they have some kind of fungal issue this year. At first I thought it was rabbits eating them, just because I had like one section that was bearing out, but now it has spread all down the drift. So I think I'm just gonna pull these up, you guys. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna pull them all. I think I'm also going to pull these astilbe and relocate them, and then I also want to extend this bed out just because this curve right here is really difficult for me to mow. So I'm going to be pulling up all the begonias, extending and redefining the curves of this bed, and then also again a bunch of weeding and pruning that needs to happen. Okay, you guys, and this is the current state of my backyard. It looks absolutely crazy. The grass has not been cut in, at this point, almost 2 months. The grass literally is like almost as tall as my planters on the porch. So yeah, and then I've got weeds, of course, growing in between some of my plants are starting to die back, it looks like. So yeah, need to do some work up on the patio, get the weeds out the cracks. It's just, oh, you guys. All right, let's get to work. You guys, so I got all of the grass and the papers removed from this front bed, and y'all, I think it looks so much better already, just not having those pavers and those horrible looking begonias up here. It's just, oh, so refreshing to me, y'all. Y'all know I love seeing a blank slate. So I am going to go in. I'm going to call it a night for now, just because y'all, again, haven't been out here in over a month, so I don't want to overdo it. And I'm the type of person, once I start a project, I don't know how to stop until it's finished. So I'm forcing myself not to overdo it. Take a pause here. I'm going to go in, draw up some plans for this bed, get my ideas together, and hopefully pick back up tomorrow. Hey guys, so clearly it's another day. It is like maybe 2 or 3 days later. So I believe the last clip that I showed you guys, the bed ended about where that root is sticking up. So since then, I've been out here almost every evening, just doing a little bit at a time, trying to figure out where I want to put everything. But I did decide to extend the bed another foot outward, just to accommodate the space that my pavers are going to take up. I didn't want them to take up too much of my planting space in the bed. So I dug it out outwards. I did also dig kind of like a 6-inch deep trench, which you guys, I think I dug a little bit too deep. So I am going to be backfilling that and then filling it with some paver base, setting my pavers, and yeah, so let me stop rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the camera and y'all can just watch the process. Look who's in the window. Hi, Jory and Jensen. Hey, babies. Hey, you checking out the scene? Hey, Jaxie. right, you guys, I finished laying all of the pavers. Sorry if I sound winded, y'all. I am so tired. I am about to go in and fill in some of these gaps and cracks that I missed with the additional cement. I am using cement, you guys. I'm not using polymeric sand, but you're more than welcome to use that. I just had cement on hand, so that's what I'm using. But y'all, I love the way this looks. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so much easier for me to mow. This curve is a lot softer. It's not as sharp, so my wheels can maneuver around it easily, even run on top of the pavers if they need to. So yeah, I still need to go get some additional pavers. I ended up using the square ones on this curve here. So I need to get 2 more to do the back side of that, maybe even 3. And I still haven't decided if I want to continue the back wall, I guess you can say, along this side. I might just start it on the curve. I'm not sure. You guys let me know what you think on that. Let me give you a back view. So here's what it looks like from the back. I just laid a layer of cement to back up the pavers so that they don't fall backwards into the bed. Okay, so clearly it is like 2 or 3 weeks later at this point, y'all. I don't even know, but life got a hold of me, and yeah, so here is what the pavers are looking like. Y'all, I still haven't cut my grass. I know, it's life, trust me. It's been crazy, but I love the way the pavers turned out, you guys. Oh, they're so much better than what I had before, and they are not going anywhere. Like, I have a good wall of cement behind them as well. So I am going to do some soil amending. I did a soil test and my soil is coming in pretty alkaline. So I'm going to put down some soil acidifier, some new garden soil, till it all in, get some compost down. I did go in and replant the lungwort that I had dug up. Y'all, it was doing great in the pot. Put it in the ground and it's doing the same thing. Like, I just don't understand why this one does so well and this one just keeps dying. It used to be farther back there in that empty spot. Moved it forward and it's still doing the same thing. So I'm gonna dig it up again, pot it. Hopefully I can find another spot, or maybe on the other side of the house if I get to it in time. But yeah, this is just really frustrating me. So I'm going to dig up, I think, I don't know, I really don't want to touch that because it's doing so well. I think I might just dig up these, leave that for now, and just work around it.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side when the sun goes
down. All right, you guys, soil is prepped, the bed is ready, and y'all, I just feel so much better already. It's just something about seeing an empty bed, a blank slate, that just gives me so much peace. It gets my mind going. The ideas are brewing. I love it. So, okay, let's talk plants. So as you can see, I removed all of the heucheras and lungwort that I had here. I also had an aster over there that I have removed. I did also remove the euonymus that I had here and the aster that I had planted back there. So my thought process for this area is I want to continue the ring around my tree. So I want to fill that in with some lambs there. I'll probably just divide what I have because these spread like crazy. We'll probably fill in the whole area by next year. So I want to continue the ring around the tree there. And then I have a few plants, not even a few plants. If y'all can see over there, I have a ton of plants that I just have that have been sitting here that need to get in the ground. So I'm just going to kind of like place plants as I feel. My idea is I want to keep this bed mostly an annual bed because I do enjoy planting this up every spring. But for now, I'm going to use this as my overwintering bed. So I'm just going to pretty much put plants in the ground just so they can overwinter till spring, until I get the rest of my beds in the back and the side of my house ready for their permanent home. So bear with me with the thought process here. I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera and try to figure out some plant placement.
City dancing through the night, but I'm not there. You've got me soaring in the clouds, and as the ocean is surrounding me, baby, I'm sure we lost track of time. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side when the sun goes down.
All right, you guys, I've got the bed pretty much done to my liking for now. I just have to work until next spring. The sun is coming out, so let me go ahead and run through these plants really quick for you guys before the shadows get harsh. Starting in the back, I did 2 purple fountain grass that I picked up on clearance. Y'all, I love grassy textures in the garden. I think this will add the perfect movement to this bed, and it'll also give me some fall vibes once the plumes start growing a little bit more. I know it's got just a few on there, but they'll grow, you guys. It'll look good. I did decide to leave my lungwort here in the center. The other one I decided to pot into a container, and hopefully it'll rehab there good enough for next year. But yeah, I'm just hoping this spot will be okay. I did move it over. Used to be like here-ish, so I did move it over some. So I'm hoping that whatever's going on with this spot over here won't affect that plant. Next, I also planted 3 crepe myrtle trees. They are actually starting to come out of bloom now, you guys. They were gorgeous. I'll insert some pictures for you guys, but y'all, I love the color of this plant. I know it looks kind of reddish on the camera, but it's actually this like really deep magenta, almost purpley pink. And then the leaves have this pretty like bluish jade colored tint to them. It's so pretty. These do get quite large, but I do plan on pruning them, so they'll stay quite small, maybe around like the 2 to 3 feet range. I did also keep my heucheras, so here is one. The other one is here. This is the one that I'm worried about because it's very close to my troubled spot, so I'm hoping it'll be okay, you guys. Fingers crossed. Then down in front of that, I have just a layer of some vinca that I picked up from Lowe's on clearance. These were actually some hanging baskets that were on clearance, and I picked these up for $3 just to give me a pop of color. Love the blooms on these, you guys. Some of them are starting to fade out, but y'all, these are annuals in my area. Again, I'm in zone 7B, North Carolina. I'm hoping that they'll come back next year. We'll see. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So $3, I won't miss it. So I think it'll be pretty for fall. Then in front of that, I have a row of Crotons that I planted. These are also annuals in my area, or a house plant. But these actually came, I think, 3 in one pot, and I just split them up, and then I had like 1 extra to plant separately. So I think they'll be cute for fall. Then of course I had to do another drift. You guys, you know I'm famous for my drift. In the front here I have just some pansies that I picked up from my local garden center. These literally are barely ready for planting. I just went ahead and planted them because I'm hoping they'll do well. But y'all, if you get a flat and they are freshly planted, make sure you wait until you see roots coming out of the bottom of the flat before you put them in the ground. So I barely have roots on these. Hoping they'll do okay. Some of them do have some blooms on them, so I'm thinking they'll be all right. And then the biggest ones were some that I picked up from Lowe's for $2. So that is what they'll look like. Here's a close-up of the bloom. It's the white with the deep purple center. I think it's so precious. And these are the larger bloom pansies. And these actually will bloom all the way up through probably the end of February in my area, you guys. So I'm excited for that. Then I did also pop in some autumn fire sedums here. These are the autumn stone crops that I picked up from my local farmer's market. I want to say back in like June-ish. Just now getting around to putting them in the ground. And y'all, check out this fall color on them. I love that mauvey pink. The butterflies and bees have been all over them because they don't really have much to feed on right now in the garden. But yeah, these are perennial. Just pop them in here for some extra color. I actually might keep them here because I kind of like the contrast with my euonymus there. And also my little limelight hydrangea here is also coloring up for fall. You can see the pink tint on the blooms there. And then I had two other, oh, here we go. I have one, what is this called? Verbena. This is a verbena that I picked up on clearance. It is rehabbing. I don't know what color this is. I think it's supposed to be white, but I'm not sure. And then I also had another one I just popped in on the end over here. And then over here, you guys, I did just dig up some of my lamb's ear. I cut it and divided it and potted just some plugs so that next spring this will fill in. It'll just finish off my ring around my Arborvitae here. And then again, y'all, keep in mind, a lot of this is going to be changing. This is just temporary to overwinter these plants until next spring, and I can make a new bed and give them some new homes. This is another Arborvitae that I picked up from my local farmer's market for $3, you guys, and it's a dwarf variety. I think this one is called Forever Goldie. It's the same one that I planted in my backyard earlier this spring. I actually have two of these, so I popped one on this corner here, and then the other one is right down here on this end. So I didn't want to take away from the bed, so I tried to space them out as far as possible. Step back so you can kind of see everything. And then lastly, I just potted up this gorgeous euonymus here. This actually used to sit on the corner over there by the other Arborvitae, so not sure where I wanted to put it yet. So I think it looks pretty in this container, y'all. I never thought about keeping a shrub in a container, but I just love how this looks. So simple, but yet so striking. And here's just a quick view from the back for you guys. This is the view that I see looking out from my patio window. This is my view every morning. And then just a quick update on my pots. It's been a few weeks since I cut them back. They are flushing out with new growth, you guys. So I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to keep these planters planted up like this, especially that one back there and that one back there. So all of that will probably be changing when I decorate for fall. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up here. It's starting to turn into kind of like a huge makeover. This was not supposed to be this big of a project, but hey, I think it looks good. These are not typically the colors I would use in my garden at all. Y'all know I don't like using red. I really don't like yellow either, but fall is approaching us and I think this will work and carry me through next season. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this makeover. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.